The seasons were changing on the island of Sodor. The leaves had begun to change from green to brown, and the air was going from warm to crisp. One evening, Thomas the tank engine was feeling restless as he shunted freight cars in the yard.
Ugh, summer's almost over and I hadn't had any real fun!
You're a fussy little engine, Thomas. We're not here to have fun. We're here to work.
I'd rather be fussy and fun than be bossy and boring.
The next day, Sir Topham Hatt gathered some engines at Elsbridge to make a special announcement.
There's going to be an extension of Thomas's branch line that can support both small and large tender engines opening tomorrow. And I need an engine to check the signals on the new line to see that they're all working properly. Do I have a volunteer? Huh! No way I'm going on any silly branch lines.
But what about the time you took a goods train down the line to Farmer McColl's? In the wrong direction.
That was one time, okay?
Thomas, on the other hand, knew that checking signals wasn't much fun, but it was better than being stuck in the yard shunting.
I'll do it, sir. I promise I'll check very carefully. After all, it is my own branch line.
Teacher's pet. Off you go then, Thomas, and remember to check every signal. Safety is our first concern. No.
Soon Thomas was chuffing down the extension of his branch line whistling merrily. Something about new tracks always put him in a good mood.
Checking signals is really useful. Safety is our first concern.
Each time Thomas saw a signal, he made sure that the arm was in the right position. He also checked that the signal lamp was working, so it could be seen at night. If the arm was up and the lamp was red, that meant danger. As he strolled along, among him were hidden junctions, hanging rocks, dangerous curves, and steep hills.
This is supposed to be safe?
Thomas had almost reached the end of the new tracks when he saw a sign for a carnival. There was nothing he loved more than a carnival.
Ooh, how exciting! Oh, but I gotta check the rest of the signals. What do I do?
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Come on, Thomas. We gotta check the rest of the signals on the new branch.
Carnival Keepers, here I come!
Oh, a flipping horse. When Thomas arrived at the carnival, everything in his sight was just splendid. There were games, rides, clowns, the brass clown, and cotton candy, and lots of children were there too.
Look, everyone, it's Thomas!
The children ran up near the fence between the tracks and the fairgrounds to see him up close and personal.
Don't worry, my autographs are free!
Notice me, somebody, please! Stop my children!
When Thomas got back to the rail yard, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for him.
You've been gone for a long time, Thomas. You must have done a very thorough job checking the signals on the new line.
Yes, sir.
But then he realized he had forgotten to go back and finish the job. He had broken his promise. But how could he tell that to Sir Topham Hatt? Thomas was almost going to give an explanation, true or not, until Sir Topham Hatt interrupted.
Good. Then everything is ready for tomorrow's grand opening.
Thomas gulped. What if there was trouble? What if one of the unchecked signals didn't work? I know. I'll get up very early tomorrow and go out to check the rest of the signals before the grand opening. That night, Percy was being loaded for his nightly mail run until the station master walked up to him with some bad news.
Sorry, Percy, but a section of track on your regular route has been washed out from last night's rainstorm.
Aw, but how am I going to get these letters and parcels delivered?
I telephoned Sir Topham Hatt, and he says you can take the new extension of Thomas's branch line before it opens tomorrow instead.
And Percy set off with the mail train feeling much better. The rain fell heavily that night as Percy chuffed down the new track. He slowed down carefully until he had passed a dangerous spot. Then suddenly, in the dark, he passed another signal. The lamp was not lit, so he couldn't see it until it was too late. Percy slammed on his brakes, but the rain made the rails very slippery, and up ahead was a dangerous curve.
Yikes!
He closed his eyes and did his best to hold on through the turn. His brake van flew off the tracks and was smashed to bits. But luckily, the conductor had jumped clear before the crash. Percy shivered with fear from his close call. The next morning, Thomas awoke and sneaked out of his shed. Then he saw Percy with Sir Topham Hatt.
Percy has had a terrible fright. He almost derailed because of a signal lamp that didn't work, and some of the mail he was taking almost could have been ruined. How could such a thing have happened, Thomas?
Thomas pondered with embarrassment, knowing that he could not lie and not tell the truth, until he finally decided.
Oh, sir, I'm so sorry, sir.
And then it all came out. About the carnival, the children, the brass clown, and about how he had forgotten to go back and finish the job.
I'm sorry I broke my promise, sir. I just wanted to be part of the fun, and then I forgot.
Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to him.
Oh, there'll be no fun for you for quite some time. Percy will do your regular jobs until you finish checking every other signal on my railway. Twice.
Yes, sir. And Thomas set off to do what his punishment was. Since then, every time Thomas stops or passes by a signal, he always makes sure to see if it's working properly and makes sure not to get distracted by anything else, just to be extra safe.
Fussy little Thomas certainly is fussy about signals.
But Thomas now knew that being fussy also meant being safe.
Safety is our first concern,
He would say back.